Hey everyone, Real Comic Stacks here, checking out Guardians of the Galaxy number 6. Donny Cates writing, Geoff Shaw on the art. This is a great book. I really liked it. Now I'm disappointed in this book, but not for bad reasons. It's just sometimes the story doesn't go where you want it to go, right? That's kind of how this left me feeling. But I'll get into that more here in a little bit. So before we get too far, you can either go check out this here, which will get you caught up with the previous issue, or I can do this rundown. So the rundown from last issue is basically Hela and the Black Order strike. They kidnap Eros, and you find out that after all this running around after Gamora, Eros is the one that Thanos actually downloaded his subconscious into, or his consciousness into. And at the very end of it, you get kind of this moment of Eros showing up, Hela delivering him, and his consciousness being restored. And at this moment, when this happened, this is the only thing going through my head was basically, guess who's back? I mean, that's it. So that gets us to the beginning of this book, and it starts out with Gladiator, Gamora, Groot, Phyla-Vell, Nova, all of them just sitting there knowing they've been defeated, and they're gearing up and they're getting ready to go hard at the Black Order, because if they don't stop them, Thanos is going to be back, and nobody wants that. So they use Lockjaw. He teleports them, and right off the bat, they come out swinging. Beta Ray Bill, Chuck Stormbreaker, the Phyla-Vell, Moondragon's using her dragon power, and they come in hard. And right away, I mean, Star-Lord is back in form. He's got a plan. Right off the bat, he's taking out Hela, knocking her. She's knocked off this bridge, and the fight is on. And Star-Lord is directing traffic like a battlefield commander. He's just doing it. He's telling them, hey, you guys take out Black Order. You take out the Outriders. I'm going after Frank Castle. It's just, he's directing traffic, and the Black Order aren't no joke. So one thing to point out here, though, is that they make a point to point out Proxima Midnight has a weapon that manifests black holes, and everyone remembers it. Well, Phyla-Vell is the one that knocks it out of Proxima Midnight's hand, and the battle continues. Now, I was ready for this one as soon as he said it, but in the last issue, we got to see what Hela did to the Cosmic Ghost Rider, Frank Castle. She absolutely disabled him, and here Star-Lord just puts it on him. And Peter Quill's got some hostility going here, because Cosmic Ghost Rider Frank Castle kind of turned his back on them to go pursue Gamora. He thought that was the right thing to do at the time, and he actually apologizes before he falls apart right there in front of Peter Quill. So what happens to Frank, though? He drops into hell, and when he hits the ground, who's there waiting for him but Johnny Blaze? And I was sitting here thinking I was gonna cancel or drop Avengers from my pull list, and this continues in Avengers 22, so I guess I'll be picking up Avengers 22. So with everything going on, Gamora is the one who ends up approaching Eros and Thanos as this download is occurring. And with her blade out, she's walking up to Eros. He's like, "Hey," Peter's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And Peter Quill tries to make the point that if you go and kill Eros right now, you're no better than any of these guys that were hunting you to your death because they thought that you might be Thanos. And Gamora's basically like, look, facts don't care about your feelings. That's the thing here, Peter. If I had been in your shoes, I would have killed me in a heartbeat. She kills Eros without even hesitating, and Peter is just shocked, and that's it. And at that moment, Eros is looking up, and he can't believe it was him. He's like, it's obvious in hindsight, but then you got a problem on your hands, because Thanos is back. Well, he's kind of back. There's a bit of a problem. Apparently he is missing a chromosome or something, because he ain't right. And basically he's just standing there, his speech is slurred, and he's not right. And Hela is ticked off about this. She is mad. And she shows up with Proxima Midnight's black hole cannon and starts just pumping rounds at people. Well, Beta Ray Bill shows up and says, "Nay!" and deflects the round, and it hits Thanos right in the stomach. And like that, it's time to abandon ship, folks. It's time to... I mean, look at him. I mean, oh my God. Anyways, with that, we got a black hole about to start in his stomach. So everybody starts rolling out. Lockjaw opens the portal and gets them all out just as this thing explodes and creates a black hole, sucking everything in his ship and everything around it. Now, Hela and it looks like the Black Order get sucked into this thing as well. So here, who knows what's going to happen with them. So after everyone escapes, the biggest post-battle things that happen is basically Peter Quill's back and put Groot in his place and said, "Look, you ain't commanding my ship anymore," pretty much. And Peter Quill and Gamora have a conversation, and to which she wants to know why he saved her, and he tells her, "Look, I love you. That's what it comes down to. I don't know, even after everything, you killing me during Infinity Wars, I still love you." Well, and wrapping this thing up, like I said, post-battle, Peter Quill also gives a speech to everyone that helped in destroying Thanos and making sure he didn't get released back on the universe. And he basically says, "I'm proud to call you all Guardians." And everybody just immediately looks at each other and starts noping out. Guardians like, "I got things to do." Nova's like, "I shouldn't even be drinking right now. I'm on duty." Phyla-Vell and Moondragon, they're back and forth on if they're going to or not going to. Nebula takes off, and you're left with Groot, Star-Lord, Phyla-Vell and Moondragon, Lockjaw, Beta Ray Bill, Gamora, and they ask the question, "So what about Rocket?" So I said earlier that this book was frustrating for me. The storyline was frustrating me, but not because it was written poorly or the art was bad or anything. I'm just a huge Thanos fan. I think the Marvel universe, the Marvel cosmic universe, is better with Thanos in it. Now, I don't think it's a coincidence they pointed out that this is a black hole cannon or whatever, and that Thanos, in his special ed form, is going to be in that black hole. He will eventually, with the help of Hela and the Black Order, escape and maybe be even more crazy, deranged, psycho, and powerful than he was before, which I can't imagine how. But who knows what Donny Cates is going to do with him. At this point, it's one of those things where for Marvel Cosmic, I'm trusting in Donny Cates. It was good to see Peter Quill step back up to shake off this PTSD that he was suffering from being killed during Infinity Wars by Gamora. He stepped back up. He stepped back into his role as a leader. And when he attacked the Black Order, he hit him with everything. He was that commanding presence. I really like that part. Just watching him direct traffic in a fight like that is really cool. I also mentioned in one of the previous Guardians of the Galaxy books that some of the art, actually there's one photo or one picture of Gamora. I thought she looked like a ticked off teenager. No issues in this one. I thought the art was great in this book. Geoff Shaw has been killing it for every step of the way. He's been, I mean, I've loved the art in this. I really have. Him and Donny Cates as a team are great. It's great in its visual medium, and they do a great job of melding the story with the visuals. Love it. I can't say enough about how impressed I've been with Geoff Shaw's work during this run. But hey guys, before you click off this video, make sure you've hit that subscribe button. Help me level up in this game of YouTube. Leave a like button, helps draw more views to the channel. And of course, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about is Thanos going to be back? When is Thanos going to be back? And what do you think? What are they going to do with this version of Thanos? Next issue, we find out what's going on with Rocket Raccoon, so I'm looking forward to that, guys. I did not cover the Guardians of the Galaxy annual. If you are absolutely dying to see that, let me know down in the comments below, guys. I sincerely appreciate you watching. That's all I got. Real Comic Stacks, out!